like this. Hello and welcome to A Quest for Metal. Today is a bit of a strange one. We're not ranking any albums. You know, we're not doing a tier list, no top 10s. We're not reviewing anything. Today I'm going to do a suggestion which someone wanted me to do. And a couple of people actually commented this. So I thought, you know, why not enlighten you all on how I listen to an album, to a song, to anything, how I listen to it. And we're not just talking basic terms, we're not just talking about getting your Dr. Dre Beats headphones and putting them on the wrong way round. Not like that. We're actually talking about how I analyse it and how I actually listen to it, what time of the day, what I do when I'm listening to it. Oh shit, the music's actually playing. Yeah, calm down, Acid Mammoth. We're not going to listen to you just yet. So we're talking about the analysing and that kind of nature of it. And it's a bit different. I do listen to music differently when I'm going to review something like the Iron Maiden album, or if I'm going to do a album ranking, or even just going to listen to it in general. There is different types of listening that I do. So before I get started into what I do, I want you guys to put down below, how do you listen to an album? How do you digest an album? How does it get into your system? Because a lot of times, you know, albums take multiple listens to grow on you. So how do you get past that initial first listen? So let me know down below. And also content creators like Pair of Jeans and Metal Trenches and stuff, if you're watching, how do you do it? You know, make video responses as well, because that'd be cool to watch how other people do it. So for me, we're going to talk about rankings because I'm mainly a ranking channel. You know, rankings and top 10s and stuff like that. So I'm going to talk about how I analyse albums for rankings. Now, it's a bit more difficult with a ranking than a review, in my opinion, because there's a lot more albums. And you got to listen to all of them. You've got to listen to them quite a bit to get them into your system. So what time of the day is best for it? Let's find out. So for me, let's say I'm going to rank Iron Maiden again. Let's say I've never heard of Iron Maiden, yeah? Let's say I'm just jumping straight in. I'm going to listen to them. I always listen to them in order, like I just do. I know you can listen to it however you want, but for me, I always listen to it from the debut to the newest one. I never go backwards. I never just pick random ones. It's always from the oldest to the newest, because then you can see the progression of the band, especially with something like a ranking, because then you can talk about, you know, the progression of the band and how the music they've changed musically, basically. And it's interesting to hear album to album what's different. So always from debut to the latest album, and generally listen to albums first time at night time, because, you know, work in the daytime. Most people have got work or are at school or something in the daytime, so it's always at night time when I listen to my music. It's always in bed with my headphones on. So all first listens is with headphones, not through speakers and not through the car stereo or anything like that, or earphones. It's always headphones because it's nice and comfy, and you get like the sound everywhere. It just sounds good. It just sounds good with headphones. I know some songs and some albums sound different when you play them out loud on a speaker, or vinyl or CD player, as they do digitally through headphones. But I always do it digitally first because I have streaming services. So I listen to them first through the headphones at night time. So for ranking, yeah, I'll probably listen to about 2 or 3 albums at night time for a band. Different albums. So I don't just stick on one album and listen to that 3 times. No. I'd listen to 3 different albums from the same band in the same night. And then from then I can get the initial kind of gut reaction of, oh, I like that one more than those 2. So I can kind of start working on my tiers straight away. But obviously it's not really set in stone yet. And the next day I'll do another 3. You know, if it's Iron Maiden, I've got lots. There's loads of days. I'd do that. Now, after I've listened to the first 3 at night time, the next day I wouldn't listen to any more. Yeah, in the daytime I wouldn't listen to any more. So when I'm driving to work, driving anywhere, I'd play those albums that I listened to at the night time. I'd play them. And in the day when I get back, I'd play the albums that I listened to the night before. Because then you get a better understanding of what they are. Because sometimes, you know, sleep, I'll fall asleep to the 3rd one, or maybe the 2nd one if I'm super tired. It'll still play. I never wake up during it. Except one time when I was listening to an Al Nafrak, and it was like 4 a.m. and I just heard a rah! I just woke up and I was like, oh shit, let's turn that off. That was a good night. So yeah, I always listen to them again the day after. So that's, say, about 2 listens each for the albums. Next day, then I'd do it again. So then when I get to the end and I've listened to all the albums twice over, then I'd start making my ranking. And then from then, after that, usually I only do about two listens, unless most of the times I've listened to them loads of times before. So like Iron Maiden, I would have listened to them fucking hundreds of times because I love them. But with newer bands, 2 times through, all the time. And then at the end of it, if I can remember like really catchy, really cool parts, they get set in stone, because then I know I can remember them. I can remember the parts, I can remember the song names. I want to listen to them again and again. I'll be like, yeah, they're going higher. The ones I'm not too sure of, the ones I just kind of can't remember, I'll re-listen to them again. So I'm not going to re-listen to the ones I really like, because I already like them. I'll re-listen to those. And then if they move up in my ranking, then I'll compare them to the ones I really like. Then I'll be like, alright, let's see which one's better, and I'll listen to the other one again. I'll be like, no, we're sticking with that. And that's how I'd rank them. So I don't do like loads and loads and loads of listens for a new one. It's always 2 every album, and then a lot of the times 3 just to get used to it. But some of the times the album's really goddamn good and gets me straight away, and the second time solidifies it. And so I'm like, you know what? This is staying here because this is just too good. Straight away, too good. So that's how I'd do it for rankings. For reviews is a bit different. Of course, I'd listen to the same album multiple times, and it's always at night time. It's always just when I listen to it. Nighttime's just when I listen to it anyway. It's just more fun when you're relaxing in bed and you can actually get into the music rather than having it in the background, which I do like having it in the background when I'm doing tasks. I do listen to music, but that's generally music I already know. When it's in the background and I'm doing stuff like writing up, I don't know, anything, like ideas for the next video. Let's say I'm writing up ideas for the next video, then I will put music on in the background of stuff like Ahab, Colosseum, Opeth, stuff I already know that's relaxing and I can just chill to it, you know? I'm not going to listen to a new album when I'm focusing on something else. I need to be in bed, headphones on, listening to it that way. And also when I'm driving to work, when you're playing an album out the stereo, it does sound different. And sometimes it sounds better out the car, sometimes it sounds better in the headphones. So you just gotta mix and match, but most of the time, my rankings are through headphones. So, and yeah, so for reviews, it's the same thing. Nighttime, in bed, but loads more listens for the album. And then the next day, I will listen to it on my computer, and I'll write up notes. I'll go through every song on the album, and I'll write up notes of what I thought was important and what I thought that stood out to me on each song. So like the Senjutsu review. Yeah, I went through every song. I was like, this is what stood out on this song. This is what I didn't like on this song. Like Lost in a Lost World, the first 2 minutes, loads of people said that's the best part. I don't fucking understand that. But you're entitled to your own opinion. But that's the worst part for me in the whole album. I don't like the vocals repeating themselves, and the sound of it is just muffled. I'm not a big fan of those 2 minutes. Rest of it, fantastic. So, yeah, that's when I'll write down notes for the songs. Do an overall, an overall kind of overview of the album itself. And then a score at the end. So I will be listening and writing at the same time for that one, but I would have already listened to it properly a couple of times the night before. So it's not, I don't just analyse it straight away. I'd listen to it a couple of times, then the next day I'd analyse it while I'm at my desk. So that's how I do it for a review. So yeah, headphones it is, comfy in my little beddy bed, and listening to it like that, just absorbing the music. No distractions. Then the next day I'll do the little typing up stuff. So yeah, that's how I listen to music. That's how I analyse it and how it seeps into me for rankings and reviews. So let me know down below if you want any more videos like this where I'm just talking and it's not, me hyping stuff up or ranking or raving. I can still rave if you fucking want. But let me know if you want more stuff like this or what topics I could do, because it'd be cool to do like an editing one maybe, or how I do my teeth, how I brush my teeth, because we're English and we don't have good hygiene. Yeah, let me know down below, and let me know as well how you absorb music and how you listen to it. So I've been Questy, and we'll see you again on another Quest for Metal.